WSLM Sports Zone. Get ready for tonight's action with Brock and Kelsey Dawson as they bring you the live broadcast of the Salem Lady Lions basketball team. Follow along on WSLM 97.9 FM or on Facebook, YouTube, or X. Buckle in. Here we go. We are here live at the Salem High School basketball gym. We've got the Salem Lady Lions, and they will be taking on the Seymour Lady Owls. This is Salem's second game of the season. They had their first game against Mitchell on Thursday night, and they did awesome. They beat Mitchell 62-35, and they started 4 freshmen and a junior, Lexus Modlin. It was a really, really good game to watch, and it's looking very hopeful this year based on what we saw on Thursday. I have no idea how Seymour is going to be, as I did not do any research at all. Brock is not with me tonight. He is at a recovery benefit dinner here in Salem at the Cobblestone Conference Center, or whatever that's called. And I've got Mel Irby here with me from Danville, Indiana. Hello, good evening. Mel played basketball, so we were just talking on the way here. You want to tell us a little bit about your years of experience in your basketball tenure?
Yeah, sure. I started playing in elementary school and played all the way through high school, so definitely have a special place in my heart for the sport, and I'm excited to get to watch some girls basketball tonight.
Yeah. I have not played much basketball with you, but I have played several rounds of ping pong, and I know that you're very competitive, so I'm excited to do this game with you this evening.
Me too.
We're going to start here in 33 seconds, the national anthem, and we'll try to get this game underway. There's a decent crowd, hoping some more people show up. I think once people catch wind of how good Salem is going to be this year, they'll really start filling in the place. All right, we're going to go to the national anthem. Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's gleaming, whose broad strength and bright dawn through the perilous night, o'er the ramparts we won, were so gallantly streaming, and run against the red through the night, that our flag was still then. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of brave. All right, starting lineup for the Lady Seymour Owls is going to be number 2, Claire Skaggs. Senior, number 3, Emmy Munson. Senior, number 32, Sophie Skidmore, also a senior. Number 1, Kelsey Hunsley, she is a senior. And number 34, Emily Followell, a senior. They're starting all 5 seniors for the Seymour Lady Owls. And for the Lady Lions, we've got last week, for the Mitchell game, they started 4 freshmen this week. Number 1, we got Emily Batt. She is a 5'5" guard freshman. Number 11, Hadley Keith, 5'4" guard, who is also a freshman. Number 15, Alexis Moblin, a 5'6" guard / center. She is a senior. And number 22, Kinsley Hollowell, 5'7" guard, who is a freshman. Number 5, Marissa Redmond, 5'8" freshman, and she is a forward. And they are coached by Wade Tomlinson. JV coach is Christy Knowles. Assistant coach J.D. Wade Swift. Managers are Maddie Akers, Natalie Boutel, and Laura Davidson. And their athletic trainer is Mallory Nice and athletic director Hank Whedon. For the Seymour Lady Owls, we've got head coach Nathan Owen, varsity assistant Amber Williams, JV Amanda Girth, and athletic director is Kirk Mann. And starting out with the jump is going to be Alexis Moblin, and then kicked over to the Seymour Owls, number 34. That is Emmy Falwell, who kicks it over to Claire Skaggs, over to Emmy Munson, back to Skaggs at the top of the key. She swings it over to 32, Skidmore. Skidmore back over to Skaggs, top of the key, back to Skidmore. Swings it to the left side to number 3, Munson. They're passing back to Munson on the left. She shoots a 3. She misses. It's rebounded by number 34, Followell, who bounce passes it into Hunsley, and she gets the basket for 2 points for Seymour. Followell in the left corner. She shoots and misses, and it is rebounded into a jump ball between Redmond and Seymour's Hunsley. And they get a jump ball. That's going to be Salem's ball under their basket.
Go to the other side, on the corner.
Hollowell gets the ball passed into her, but I think they called a travel or double dribble. Did you get that?
Yeah, I think it was a travel.
So that's going to be Seymour's ball. Seymour passes it in. Salem's in a 2-2-1 full court press. 32 brings it up the court, but it's stolen by Hadley Keith. Hadley Keith bringing it back up the court for Salem. Kicks it out to number 1, Bat. Shoots the 3, and that is good. Salem back into a 2-1 press. Seymour trying to get it up the court. Score is 3-2. Salem's lead against the Seymour Owls. Skaggs over to Munson. Munson at the top of the key to Skidmore. Back to Munson on the right side. Back to Skidmore on the top. Feeds it in to the post. Number 34, Followell shoots the hook shot from the paint, and that is missed. Rebounded by Alexis Moblin. Passed over to Hadley Keith, and there is a dead ball foul called on number 2 for Seymour. Claire Skaggs, that's going to be their team first. And Salem's going to take the ball out on their side on the sideline. Alexis Moblin passing it in to Hadley Keith for Salem. She feeds it in to the free throw line to Redmond. Redmond over to Bat. Bat shoots it from the right side, misses. That is rebounded. And number 3, Munson bringing it up, passes it up to Skidmore, back to Munson at the top. To Skaggs, back to Munson, back to Skidmore, back to Munson. Skaggs at the top left, over over to Skidmore at the top of the key. Salem in a 2-3 zone. Munson to Skidmore. Feeds it into Huntley in the paint. And now it's back out. 32, Skidmore drives in. Under the basket in the paint. She shoots it. She makes it. And she's fouled by number 15, Alexis Maudlin. So that's it. That basket is good, and she will shoot one. They are lined up, getting ready. The ball is up, and it is good. That's going to give Seymour 5, Salem 3 with 5:32 left in the first quarter. Hadley keeps bringing it up the court, passes it off to Hollowell. Hollowell dribbles to the top of the key, gets fouled by number 32, Kelsey Skidmore. All right, Alexis Maudlin passing it in to Hadley Keith on their basket side. Hadley Keith drives in on the left side, makes the layup, and that's going to give Salem 5, Seymour 5 with 5:17 left in the first quarter. Seymour bringing it up. Salem's in a 2-2-1 full court press. They get it up the court. Number 1 guarded by Alexis Maudlin. The Maudlin forces the travel turnover. And that's going to be Salem's ball opposite of their court. Hadley Keith exits the game. And number 12 for Salem comes in, but I don't see a number 12 on this paper. Alexis Maudlin is passing it in on the opposite side. Hollowell bringing it up. Screen by Redmond. Hollowell jumps, but her feet move. They call the travel, so that's going to be Seymour's ball on the sideline opposite of their basket. Do you know who number 12 is? Number 12 on Salem? Hadley Day. Okay, I gotcha. Thank you. All right, number 3, Munson passes it in to number 1, Huntley to Ott, and number 3, Munson takes the 3 from the top of the key, and that is good. That's going to give Seymour 8, Salem 5. That underneath passes it into Redmond in the paint. Redmond shoots, misses. It's rebounded by Adley Day. Day out to Hollowell in the left corner. She shoots and misses. Redmond's got it. Tries to get it out the bat. It goes off of Seymour's foot. It's going to be Salem's ball underneath. Coach Tomlinson is calling a spread. All 4 girls are on the outside of the 3-point line. Redmond screens for Hollowell, who goes to the right corner. Shoots a 3, it's missed, and that's rebounded by Seymour's Kelsey Huntley. 32, Sophie Skidmore bringing it up the court. Passes it to Munson. Munson over to Skidmore. Skidmore to Skaggs. Back to Munson. Back to Skidmore. Back to Skaggs. Back to Skidmore. And they feed it into the paint to Huntley. Huntley turns and shoots, misses, gets her own rebound. She shoots again, and she is fouled by Adley Day. That's going to be the team's second foul for this quarter. Adley Day's first. 3:48 left in the first quarter. It is 8-5 Seymour leading against Salem. Number 1, Huntley on the line. This is her first free throw. And checking back in the game, Hadley Keith for Amity Bat. Huntley's going to take her second free throw. That one is good. That's going to give Seymour 9, Salem 5. Hadley Day bringing it up the court. Hadley Keith, I'm sorry. Passes it off to Adley Day. Over to Keith. Keith takes it over to the right side. She feeds it across the paint to Alexis Maudlin, to Hollowell, over to Redmond. Redmond drives in, shoots a layup, and she misses. Seymour's got the ball. It's up the court. 32, Skidmore on the right corner. Passes it up to Munson at the top of the key. To the left side, Ott. Back to Munson at the top of the key. Back to Ott on the left side. Feeds it into the paint to number 32, Skidmore, who feeds it into the post. Huntley takes the shot, misses. It's blocked. The second shot is blocked by Moblin. And Hollowell's got it on the left side. She shoots, misses. Seymour gets the rebound, and they're headed back towards Seymour's goal. Number 2, Skaggs picks it up. Back over to Munson. The Skaggs at the top of the key to number 14, Ott. Cross court to Munson. To the top of the key to Skaggs. Back to Munson on the left side. Back to the top of the key to Skaggs. Over to the right side to Ott. Top of the key, Skaggs. Back to Munson. Feeds it into the paint to Hunsley. Hunsley tries to pass it into the post to Skidmore, but it's deflected by Salem. Amity Bat re-entering the game for Adley Keith, and number 21 for Seymour Burnett entering the game for Hunsley. It's going to be Seymour's ball under their basket. They are doing a 4 spread line of sorts. I don't know what you would call that. Number 14 passes it into the paint to number 32 for Seymour. Skidmore, she turned and shot, missed. Salem got the rebound. Hadley Keith bringing up the court, passes to Hollowell in the left corner. Shoots the 3. That is good. That's going to give Salem 8, Seymour 9 with 2:03 left in the first quarter. Number 14, Ott over to 3. Munson, back to Ott, back to Munson. Skaggs on the right side, back up to the top to Munson, back to Skaggs. I'm sorry, to Ott. Ott throws it across court to Burnett. Burnett to the top of the key to number 2. Skaggs, who shoots the 3, misses. Alexis Moblin gets the rebound. Passes it to Hadley Keith. Hadley Keith guarded by 2 people. Fast break up the court. Feeds it into Redmond. Under the basket. Redmond hits the layup underneath the basket. That's going to give Salem 10, the first lead of the night for them. And Salem calls it 30-second time. Actually, I'm sorry. Seymour calls a 30-second timeout. Adley Day re-entering the game for... I have no idea. I think for Hollowell. Yes, okay. So we've got 1 minute and 26 left in the first quarter. It is 10-9, Salem leading. Each team has 2 team fouls. And now something that I don't know. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for knowing I'm here today. The Wade Swift family providing stats for us. They are really nice about giving us updates. So, Mel, in high school basketball now, I don't know how recent you've been to a game. Has it been a while?
It's been a while, yeah.
Okay. So, Indiana has a new rule where if you get 5 fouls, you get 5 fouls per quarter, and then they're reset, and they go into bonus after 5 fouls. So instead of like 7 per half, it's now you get 5 fouls, and then it's automatic. You get 2 free throws.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
So number 3, Munson scores a 3 for Seymour. Amity Bat's got it in the right side. Swings it over. Nice. Okay, what happened there? I'm sorry. Did you catch that?
I got distracted.
That's okay.
I think we might have traveled.
Okay, that's better than what I knew. That works for me. Nobody listening will know the difference. 50 seconds left. Seymour's got 12. Salem's got 10. Munson bringing up the court. 32 feeds it into 21. Burnett, who turns and shoots it in the paint. And this is 38 seconds left. Adley Keith got it. She passes it to Adley Day. Adley Day back to Keith. Keith at the top left, shoots a 3. It is an air ball short. Goes out of bounds. That tries to save it. It's going to be Seymour's ball. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Salem Lady Lions versus the Seymour Lady Owls. Number 32, Skidmore bringing it up the court. Passes it over to Munson. Back to Skidmore. Over to Skaggs. Back to Skidmore. Over to Munson. Back to Skidmore. She shot fakes, back over to Skaggs, back to Munson, swings it over to number 21, Burnett, and it's attempted pass to Munson, but it tips off her fingertips and goes out of bounds. So, re-entering the game is going to be Hollowell for Adley Day. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. Maudlin passes it in to Hadley Keith. Keith crosses over at half court, drives all the way in. Gets a pretty wild layup off that goes out of bounds. That's going to be Seymour's ball. Oh, Salem's ball with 0.3 seconds. So they're basically going to have to tip it in or nothing. So Keith looking. She passes it in high to Redmond. Redmond shoots at the top of the key and misses, but that was a good attempt. So it's going to be Salem 10, Seymour Owls 12, going into the second quarter, and we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Stay tuned.
Hi, this is Becky White at the John Jones GM City dealership in Salem. Let's check in with Caleb Perkaiser for the John Jones Auto Minute.
This is Caleb Perkaiser with John Jones Auto Group. You feel that chill in the air? Fall finally here. Pumpkin spice, bonfire, and time to make sure your car's ready for the cold. We're helping folks get road ready for cooler weather. With free multi-point inspections with scheduled maintenance, great prices on tires, batteries, and brakes, and service specials that'll keep you rolling all season long. And don't forget our fall sales event with huge savings on Chevy Silverados, Traverses, and Equinoxes. Yep, whether you're tailgating, leaf piling, or just trying to beat that first draw, John Jones GM City has the deals to keep you comfortable and confident behind the wheel. Plus, we've got locations close to home in Salem, Gordon, Scottsburg, and Greendale. John Jones GM City, your hometown dealer for every season. You see so many because they paid so little.
Call today at 812-570-5307 or find them online at johnjonesautogroup.com.
All right, real quick, going into the second quarter, Mel Irby is going to go over the quick stats.
For the Seymour Lady Owls, Hensley has 3, Munson with 6, Skidmore has 3, and for your Salem Lady Lions, Amity Bat has 3, Marissa Redmond with 2, Hadley Keith with 2, and Kinsley Hollowell with 3.
Thank you, Mel.
You're welcome.
All right, we got 7:52 in the second quarter. It is 10-12. Seymour versus Salem. Seymour is ahead. And we've got Seymour at the top of the key. Number 12. Let's take that. Where'd that be? Let's take this. All right, Seymour got Munson, turns and shoots from the paint, misses, gets her own rebound, kicks it out to number 14, Ott. Ott passes it up to Burnett. Burnett over to number 32. Skidmore to Skaggs, number 14. Ott shoots it, misses it. Salem gets the rebound. Hadley Keith bringing it up the court. Tries a left-handed layup. She gets it kind of blocked, gets her own rebound, and gets it back up, and that one is good. Seymour with the ball.
We have a tie ball game.
Tie ball game, thank you, yes. 12-12, 6:53 in the second quarter. All right, number 32, Skidmore, passes it into the paint to number 21, Burnett. Burnett shoots, and I missed that. What happened right there, Gina?
I think it was a foul on Salem.
Number 5, Redmond with the foul. That's the first one of this quarter. We've got 34 coming in for 21 for Seymour. I think, yeah. And then I missed who just came in for Salem. Oh, it was number 12 in for Amity Bat. So Adley Day in for Amity Bat. Seymour's got the ball. They're swinging around the perimeter, and number 34 does a nice bounce pass into the post. Number 32, Skidmore, turns and shoots and makes it. That's going to get Seymour 14, Salem 12, with 6:23 left in the second quarter. Hadley Keith driving it into her layup. She misses. It's rebounded by Seymour. Number 2 bringing it up the court, Skaggs, to Salem, who is back at a 2-3. Number 14, Ott, passes it over to Skaggs, back to Ott, back to Skaggs at the top of the key, who misses it. It goes out of bounds. That's going to be Salem's ball on the sideline. That coming into the game for Alexis Maudlin, and then number 5 for Seymour, that's going to be Crete. She has not been in the game yet. She's entering the game for Skaggs. Amity Bat taking the ball out on the sideline. For Salem, passes it into Hadley Keith. Keith passes it off to Hollowell. Holloway at the top right to Keith. Keith shoots it from the right corner, misses long. Rebounded by Munson. Or Seymour. Salem getting back in what looks like a 2-3. It's going to be passed over to number 14. Ott over to Skaggs, who passes it in to 32. Skidmore in the paint, and she turns and makes it. It's going to get Seymour 16, Salem 12 with 5:26 left in the second quarter. That passes cross court over to Adley Day, who shoots, and she misses, but she draws the shooting foul, so she's going to go on the line for 2. So it's Seymour number 5, Crete. And entering, they're good. Seymour's going to call a 30-second timeout. And we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Stay tuned.
Move over, Turkey. It's Chicken Month at your Salem and Southern Indiana McDonald's. We're celebrating our favorite chicken items and pairings all month long with unmissable value and bold new flavors. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? At McDonald's, they both come with savings. Grab a $5 sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles extra value meal and an $8 10-piece chicken McNuggets extra value meal for a limited time. National Fried Chicken Sandwich Day, only on November. 9. Celebrate National Fried Chicken Day by scoring a $2 McCrispy sandwich, available for 1 day, exclusively through the McDonald's app. And be sure and get your chicken sauced up with new Buffalo Ranch sauce. Add our new Buffalo Ranch sauce to any order, or grab a Buffalo Ranch snack wrap, Bacon Buffalo Ranch McCrispy sandwich, and Deluxe Bacon Buffalo Ranch McCrispy sandwich. Stop by Salem McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or before and after the basketball games this winter. At McDonald's, we're loving it.
Adley Day makes her first free throw and her second. That's going to give Salem 14. And Seymour's got 16, 5:17 left in the second quarter. Crete with the ball over to Munson, back over to Crete, back to Munson, over to the right side to Skidmore. Skidmore skip passes over to Crete. Crete to the top of the key to Munson. Crete shoots the 3, misses, and Adley Day rebounds, passes it over to Hadley Keith. Keith up the court, up to number 5, Redmond, who gets the layup on the right side. That's going to tie us up again. 16-16, Seymour Lady Owls versus the Lady Lions at Salem. Number 3, Munson passes it over to number 32, Skidmore, who bobbles it but recovers it. Skidmore to the left corner. Back to the top of the key to Crete. Crete over to Munson. Munson feeds it into the paint to Skidmore, and Salem forces a turnover. That passes it up to Redmond. Redmond gets the travel. Is that what they called there? Alexis Modlin entering the game for Redmond, and number 1, Hunsley, exiting the game, and I missed who came in for her. Oh, the girl with the bun, 21. That is Burnett. Okay, Seymour's got the ball. Number 5, Crete shoots the 3. That is good. That's going to give Seymour 19, Salem 16 with 4 minutes left in the second. Adley Keith to Modlin. Modlin over to Adley Day. Over to Keith at the top of the key. Over to the left side to Hollowell. Hollowell drives, tries to get in. Passes it to Day on the right side. Day struggling to get the defender off of her, and they're going to call 5 seconds. Good defense by number 21, Seymour. Redmond entering the game for Adley Day, and Crete coming out of the game, and I think 14, Ott re-entering. Munson with the ball, passes it over to Ott, back to the top to Munson, over to 21, Burnett to Munson, back to Burnett, back to Munson, back to Ott. Ott feeds it into the paint to number 34, Hollowell. She shoots and misses. Amity Bat bringing it up the court. Shoots a right-handed layup. Misses short, and it's rebounded by 21, Burnett. Burnett passes it off to Skidmore, who's going to bring it up. Salem is back. In a 2-3, 3 minutes left in the second quarter. 16-19, Seymour leading. 21, Burnett over to Munson, over to Ott, back to Burnett, back to Munson, back to Ott. 32 with the ball in the right corner. Number 32, Skidmore, makes a 3 in the right corner. That's going to give Seymour 22, Salem 16 with 2:40 left in the game. I'm sorry, in the second quarter. Hadley Keith with the ball on the left side for Salem. Passes it to the top of the key to Hollowell. Hollowell dribbling back, passes it back to Keith. Keith with the long layup. Misses long. Seymour gets the rebound. Number 3, Munson bringing up the court. She is contested by Keith. She passes it up to number 14, Ott. Ott, cross-court pass to 32, Skidmore, who puts it up on the left side, misses, rebounded by Salem. Hadley Keith has the ball, passes it to Andy back to the cross-court, cross the pass to Alexis Smallman, who makes it, giving Salem 18 and Seymour 22 with 1:50 left in the second. Ott with the ball, passes to Munson. Munson over to Burnett. Burnett passes to 32, Skidmore. She shoots a 3, makes it in the left corner, and that's going to give Seymour 25, Salem 18 with 1:32 left. Hollowell at the top of the key, over to Keith. Keith at the top of the key.
Keith turns it over to the Owls. Number 32, Sophie Skidmore brings it up the court, passes it over to number 21, Burnett, over to 14, Abby Ott, back over to 21, Burnett. Burnett takes it down and is rejected.
Keith over to Redmond. Redmond shoots and scores. Going to give Salem 20, Seymour 25, 47 seconds left in the second quarter. Munson brings it up, passes it over to Burnett. Burnett back to Munson, back to Ott. Ott passes it into the paint to Followell. Followell passes it to number 32, who shoots, misses, but she is fouled by White, 15. That's going to be Alexis Smallman. Her second, the team's second foul. 31 left in the second quarter, 20-25, Seymour leading. 32 takes her first shot. That's Skidmore. She misses the first one. Entering the game are number 1 and 2 for Seymour for 14 and 34. So 1 and 2, Hunsley and Skaggs for Skidmore and Followell. So we've got a Followell for Seymour, and we've got a Hollowell for Salem. That's not the notice that. I know. 32 makes her second free throw. 28 seconds. Seymour's got 26. Salem's got 20. Redmond pass it over to Bat. Bat in the right corner. Swings it to the top. To Keith. Keith tries to feed it into Redmond in the post. It's intercepted by number 3, Munson. Munson at the top of the key. Passes it over to 21. Burnett over to Munson, over to 32. 32 feeds it into Hunsley, who shoots the layup in the paint. Misses. It's rebounded by Salem. It's Seymour fouled. Seymour number 2, Skaggs. She fouled. And that's going to be her team's second and her personal second. 2 seconds left in the second quarter. 26-20, Seymour leading. Hollowell with the ball. It is stolen away by number 32, who gets the shot off just a second late. And we're going to go into halftime, 26-20, Seymour leading against Salem. And we're going to go to a quick break and stay tuned for the stats.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Commissioner Paul Neidig.
It is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner. Welcome into the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Paul, a lot happening at the IHSAA volleyball state finals coming up at Cambridge Fieldhouse. Sectional championship Friday coming up in Indiana high school football this weekend. But I want to start this with the soccer state finals that we saw over at Carroll Stadium last week, because not only did we see some terrific games all around, what a way to start on Halloween night with the PK shootout. You were in attendance with that. 24 separate PKs, is that right?
Yeah, 24 separate. And that game actually, historically, is the furthest that we've ever gone into overtime before we were able to declare a winner. And so but there was a lot of drama. You know, the kids, it's the wild world of sports for those people in my age generation. You know, it's certainly the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat at the same time. But man, it was exciting.
Coming up this weekend, Cambridge Fieldhouse, the IHSAA girls volleyball state finals. First time ever in Cambridge. Of course, great partners in the Pacers and the Fever. You guys ready for this one?
Oh, we are. So exciting to be able to play. We consider, Cambridge Fieldhouse our home. And it's home to boys and girls basketball and wrestling already. And what's one more sport? And so girls volleyball for the first time. Actually, it'll be the second event with volleyball ever in the history of that Fieldhouse. So we're really excited about it.
Class A has Faith Christian against Trinity Lutheran, and it's 2A Benton Central facing Bar Reeve. Class 3A Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger faces off against Ron Colley, and then it's a matchup between Carroll Fort Wayne and Plainfield in Class 4A. And all four of those matchups, Paul, it's 4 matches for the price of 1 all day, and you're talking about the competitiveness of high school volleyball. Anybody that buys a ticket is going to be entertained by all 4 of these games.
Yeah, it's incredible volleyball, and we see this every year. I mean, there are girls that are competing on a national stage that are products of Indiana high school girls basketball. This weekend will certainly not disappoint with the quality of play. And so if you're a volleyball fan from out of the Indianapolis area, it'd be a great pilgrimage to get to Cambridge to watch 4 great volleyball games, and it's back to back to back, and we run 4 in a row. So once you get in there, get your hot dog and your soft drink and some popcorn and sit down and watch incredible volleyball all day long.
It's the Commissioner's Corner. I'm Brendan King with Paul Neidig, the Commissioner of the IHSAA. And Paul, as we hit November, our first Commissioner's Corner this month, before you know it, we're going to be crowning state champions at Lucas Oil Stadium with sectional championship Friday coming up this weekend. This thing always flies by, and before you know it, you're going to be handing out medals in downtown Indy at Lucas Oil.
Yeah, we're ready, and we are ready. I know our staff with Robert Falkins and his team have been working hard to prepare this tournament, and it's kind of a all hands on deck season for us. Boy, I also kind of went through. There's going to be some incredible matchups, which only leads to better matchups throughout the rest of the tournament, and so we're excited about it.
Paul, also happening recently, the cross-country state championship meets as unique of a state final setup as you're going to get. We saw back-to-back champions. We saw first-time champions ever in cross-country. What's the uniqueness of putting all that together?
Well, Brian Lewis does a phenomenal job, and we have its premier cross-country course in Terre Haute, Laverne Gibson, really in the country. And so we're fortunate to be able to go have a showcase there with our state championships. But it's a spectacle, and, it's one of those things that if you've never been, just to see the number of schools participating when they come down that initial straightaway and they come to that first corner, just the colors and the excitement and the crowd, it's really a great event. And, we're excited to be able to put that on there. And, we crown as true state champion. And this year the boys race was one of the closest in history.
Yeah.
And a student that actually attends Springs Valley High School was the winner this year. And so it's truly an opportunity for every school student, no matter what size of school you go to compete for a state championship. And it worked out this year for Springs Valley.
It's the Commissioner's Corner. That's Paul Neidig. I'm Brendan King. Paul, always appreciate the time. We'll look forward to catching up with you again next week.
Very good, Brendan, and thanks for helping us put on a great show and informing our people out there.
Thanks for listening to the Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig, and thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community. Hoosier fans, the 2025 Indiana football season continues on with head coach Kurt Signetti leading your Hoosiers on to victory. All remaining home games are sold out for the 2025 season, but don't miss out on your chance to attend more sellouts at Memorial Stadium by purchasing your 2026 Indiana football season tickets today. Call 812-855-4006 or visit IUHoosiers.com. Cheer on your Hoosiers, and thank you to all of our fans who pack the rock.
Move over, Turkey. It's Chicken Month at your Salem and Southern Indiana McDonald's. We're celebrating our favorite chicken items and pairings all month long with unmissable value and bold new flavors. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? At McDonald's, they both come with savings. Grab a $5 sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles extra value meal and an $8 10-piece chicken McNuggets extra value meal for a limited time. National Fried Chicken Sandwich Day, only on November. 9. Celebrate National Fried Chicken Day by scoring a $2 McCrispy sandwich, available for one day, exclusively through the McDonald's app. And be sure and get your chicken sauced up with new Buffalo Ranch sauce. Add our new Buffalo Ranch sauce to any order, or grab a Buffalo Ranch snack wrap, Bacon Buffalo Ranch McCrispy sandwich, and Deluxe Bacon Buffalo Ranch McCrispy sandwich. Stop by Salem McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or before and after the basketball games this winter. At McDonald's, we're loving it.
At Papa John's, get your everyday favorites for just $6.99 each when you order 2 or more items from the Papa Pairings menu. When you order more, you save more. Choose from medium, one-topping pizzas, boneless, or traditional wings, papadillas, breadsticks, cheese sticks, garlic knots, and desserts. It's easy to order all your favorites when they're just $6.99 each. So the next time your friends come over to watch the game, or you're tailgating at one of the local high schools, or to the IU, Purdue, or Colts games, be sure to take plenty of good food. Check out the Papa Pairings menu to save. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Call Reach at 812-883-3369 for pickup or delivery, or order online to collect your Papa Rewards. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. All over Hoosier country. The CR line. Here they go. Down to the 25. Down to the 15. 5. Touchdown Indiana. Coming off a college football playoff under Coach Kurt Signetti. Indiana's got the football. The Hoosiers battle Penn State. Join us live this Saturday. Our coverage begins at 11 a.m. right here on your home for Indiana football. The IU Sports Network from Learfield. Boiler up and hail Purdue. The Boilermakers pick it up, and Wilhelm has a touchdown. Led by new head coach Barry Odom. Makes the catch at the 30. He's at the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10. Don't miss a single moment all season long. With the touchdown catch. The Boilermakers host Ohio State. Join us live this Saturday. Our coverage begins at...
All right, we've got 1 minute and 45 seconds until game time. The score is 20 to 26. The Seymour Owls are ahead. And we've got the scoring total for the first half. For the Lady Owls, Hunsley with 3. Munson had 6. Creedy had 3. And Skidmore had 14. And for your Salem Lady Lions, Amity Bat with 3. Marissa Redmond with 6. Hadley Keith with 4. Adley Day with 2. Alexis Modlin with 2. And Kinsley Hollowell with 3.
And now a word from one of our sponsors, Simple and Simple.
When it comes to getting the job done right, from driveways to bridge work and paving to construction and excavating, there's one name you can count on: Temple and Temple Excavating. Serving homeowners and also handling big jobs for city, county, and state highway projects. They've built a reputation on quality work since 1948. Driveways, construction, demolition. If you need it moved, cleared, built, or torn down, call Temple and Temple Excavating at 812-883-6644. Temple and Temple, digging deep and building strong communities. One project at a time. Call Temple and Temple today and get the job done.
We're back second half for the Salem Lady Lions versus the Seymour Lady Owls. 26-20, Seymour leading. Seymour's got the ball on their end right now. They are passing it around. Number 2 got it on the right side, passes it up to Skaggs, over to Skidmore, who feeds it into the paint to Huntley. Huntley shoots it, misses it. Salem's got the ball, fast break. Hadley Keith shoots the left-handed layup. She makes it, and she gets fouled. Awesome start for Salem. That's going to give Salem 22, and she's going to get one shot, and that foul was on number 1, Huntley, for Seymour. Up with the first shot, Keith, and that one is good. Seymour's got the ball. Salem is pressing. Keith on defense with the ball. 2-2-1 press. Seymour's got it at the top. They finally cross over to number 2. Skaggs looked like she traveled, but they didn't call it. So Redmond, somebody just shot it. I didn't catch you. Redmond got the rebound. Pass it up to Keith. Keith with the ball. Pass it to Hollowell. Hollowell over to Redmond. Redmond tries to feed it across the paint to Alexis Moblin, but it's intercepted by Seymour. Number 3, Munson at the top of the key. Passes it to Skidmore. Back to Munson. Munson at the top of the key. Feeds it over to Skaggs. Back to Munson. To number 1, Huntley. Huntley passes to Munson. Munson shoots a 3, misses, and it's rebounded by Huntley and put back in. That's going to get Seymour 28, Salem 23 with 6:36 left in the second half. Left in the third quarter. Redmond shoots a layup on the left side. She's fouled by number 3, Munson. She missed the layup, but she gets 2 shots. That's going to be the Seymour Owls' second foul for the third quarter. Redmond with the first shot. That is good. Getting Salem 24. Seymour 28. Preparing for her second shot. And that one is also good. Salem 25, Seymour 28, with 6:30 left in the second half. Salem in a 2-2-1 press. Alexis Moblin gets in the way of the Seymour's execution. Hadley Keith at the right side, passes to Redmond, back to Keith in the right corner, shoots a 3, misses. Rebounded by number 3, Munson for Seymour. Salem's getting back in a 2-3. And Seymour has it on the free throw line, passes it out. Skaggs to the top of the key to Skidmore. I just spit all over this console when I said Skidmore. Nothing to see here. All right. Number 14, Ott, entering the game for Huntley. And Seymour taking it out under their basket. Number 2 in the corner, Skaggs with the 3, and that is good. Seymour with 31, Salem with 25, 5:47 left in the third quarter. Hadley Keith passes it up to Bat. Bat drives it into the paint, shoots it. She's fouled by number 32, I believe. Let's see. Oh, they're calling it on 34, who was that Hollowell. Not to be confused with Hollowell. And that's going to be Bat on the line, shooting 2. First one is up, and that one is good. And coming in for Seymour is going to be Burnett for number 34, Hollowell. Salem with 26, Seymour with 31. Bat preparing for her second. And that one is good also, giving them 27, Salem 27, Seymour 31. Seymour passes it across the court to get it across the line. Alexis Moblin gets in between it, goes out of bounds, and that's going to be Seymour's ball under their basket. Number 32, Skidmore, passing it in. Seymour cutting to get open. It is passed across court to Skaggs, to the left side to Ott. And then number 32, Skidmore, puts it up on the right side and misses, and it's rebounded by Salem. Hadley keeps bringing it up the court to Bat. Bat, trying to get some motion. She passes it back over to Keith. Keith crosses between her legs, tries to get toward the goal, passes it off to Maudlin. Maudlin on the left side gets fouled by number 21, Barnett. And that's going to be the team's fourth pretty early on in the fifth, or with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Alexis Maudlin taking it out on the sideline, passes it into Hadley Keith. Hadley Keith back to Alexis Maudlin at the top of the key, back to Keith. Keith bringing it to the top of the key, picks up her dribble, passes it to Hollowell in the left corner. Hollowell dribbling around, gets it over to Redmond, but it's bobbled and recovered on underneath Seymour's basket by Hadley Keith, but they're going to call over it back. And that's going to be Seymour's ball on Seymour's side on the sideline. Number 14, Ott, taking it out on the sideline over to 32, Skidmore. Skidmore over to Munson at the top of the key. Salem in a 2-3 zone. Burnett passes it across the court to Skaggs. Skaggs to the corner to number 34, Skidmore, who takes the three. In the right corner, misses. It's rebounded by Salem. Hadley Keith bringing it up the court at the top of the key. It's the right side with Hollowell. Hollowell drives in, does a reverse twirly post move and misses. And they're going to call a foul on Maudlin, or I don't know what. Entering is going to be Adley Day for Alexis Maudlin. That was Maudlin's third, team's second, and Seymour's got 4 fouls for this quarter. And in case you're just now tuning in, there's 5:16 left in the Salem Lady Lions third quarter versus the Seymour Lady Owls. The score is 31-27. Seymour leading. Seymour's got the ball on their side. Number 3, Munson passes it over to 21. Burnett back to Munson, back to Burnett. Cross court pass to number 2, Skaggs. She shoots a 3, misses, and it's going to be Seymour, Salem's ball. I can't tell yet. It's going to be Seymour's ball under their basket. And Salem is matched up. Oh, we got an interception by Hollowell. Hollowell's got the ball on Salem's side. Hands it off to Hadley Keith, who drives it in, passes it to Redmond in the paint. Redmond shoots it, misses. Adley Day gets the rebound, puts it back up, misses, and that's rebounded by number 21, Seymour Burnett. Seymour bringing it up the court. Salem back in a 2-3, I believe. Seymour hits the left corner to Munson. Munson up to Skidmore. Over to Skaggs into the right corner to Burnett. They're swinging it all around. Number 32's got the ball. Skidmore, she shoots a 3 from the top of the key, and that is good. Salem bringing it up the court. Keith's got it. It's 27-34. Seymour leading. And they're going to call a double dribble on Hadley Keith, I believe that was. Can you confirm or deny that?
I can confirm that.
Yay. All right. And if it's wrong, then nobody's going to know except us. Number 3, Munson with the ball at the top of the key for Seymour. Salem in a 2-3 zone. Number 3 passes it over to Ott. Ott over to number 32, Skidmore on the left side, who makes the 3 in the corner, giving Seymour a significantly larger lead than they've had all day. It's going to be 37-27. Seymour ahead with 2:33 left in the third quarter. Seymour's got 4 team fouls. Salem's got 2, and Coach Tomlinson called a timeout. Was that a full or 30? Did you catch that?
Didn't catch it.
Okay. Well, we're going to go to timeout. We're going to go to a commercial, and we'll be back shortly. Stay tuned.
If you're living with back or neck pain, even the simplest tasks can feel overwhelming. But expert relief is closer than you think. Schneck now offers 2 specialized practices for Spine Care, SNEC Neurosurgery, and SNEC Orthopedic Spine, giving you access to a full spectrum of advanced treatment options right here at home. We're proud to highlight Dr. Matthew Stanfield, a highly skilled neurosurgeon with over 25 years of experience and leader of SNEC Neurosurgery, renowned for his expertise in treating complex spinal conditions. SNEC Spine Care program proudly welcomes Dr. Kenneth McKinley, a board-certified orthopedic spine surgeon with over a decade of experience, who now leads SNEC Orthopedic Spine. Together, these two practices bring you comprehensive spine care, from advanced imaging and non-surgical therapies to expert surgical solutions, all tailored to your unique needs. And because it's SNEC, you'll receive compassionate, high-quality care without having to travel far. Visit SNECmed.org to learn more. SNEC Orthopedic Spine and SNEC Neurosurgery, expert spine care, close to home.
We are back, and we are in the third quarter of the Salem versus Seymour Lady Owls game. 2:22 left in the third quarter. Salem just shot and missed, and now Seymour's got the ball. We've got 32, Skidmore passing it in to Munson for Seymour. Salem is back in a 2-3. Munson passes it over to 21, Burnett, back to Munson at the top, over to Skaggs, back to the top at Munson, over to Burnett in the left side, Skaggs at the top of the key, to Munson on the right side, back to Skaggs at the top, over to Burnett, back to Skaggs, back to Burnett on the left side, back to Skaggs at the top of the key. Skaggs dribbles, passes it into the paint to number 14, who hits 32 in the post. And Skaggs to Munson to the corner to Skidmore to use the three. And that is good for 3. Sophie Skidmore for Seymour, giving Seymour 40 and Salem 27. Hadley Keith with the ball on the left side, passes to Hollowell to the top of the key, and passes the cut. It's Redmond to the left side to Alexis Modlin. Redmond to Hadley Keith. Redmond screens for her and then cut, and then Hadley Keith passed it to her in the paint, but it was intercepted. So now it's Seymour's ball under their basket. Number 21 just shot at Burnett, and it was tipped away by Redmond. Salem's now got the ball on their end. Hollowell at the top of the key. Feeds the post into Redmond, and I think they are going to call a foul on number 2, Skaggs. Let's see. That is Seymour's 5th foul for this quarter, so they're going to be shooting, I think, they'll be shooting 2, because they no longer do bonus once they hit 5 fouls for that quarter. And then they'll clear the fouls after this quarter.
So no more 1-and-1?
No. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Just two shots no matter what after 5 fouls. And then once this quarter's over, they'll start back at 0. Adley Day coming into the game for Alexis Modlin. And 14-2 coming out for Seymour. That's Skaggs and Ott. And I ought to have seen who came in for them, but I missed it. Oh, I think it was number 5 and I don't know. 5 and 1 probably. Okay, so we've got 32 Skidmore bringing it up the court with 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Seymour has 40, Salem has 28. Number 1 just posted up. That was Hunsley. And somebody had a nice pass into her. I think it was Munson. And Hunsley turned and shot in the paint and made it. Salem's Amity Bad just drove into the paint and drew the foul. From the middle of the paint, shot it, missed it, drew the foul. She's going to be shooting 2 with 18 seconds left in the third quarter. And that foul was on Seymour's number 32, Skidmore. Her second foul. Her team already in the 5 fouls for this quarter. And Salem's got 2 team fouls for this quarter. Amity, did she make that? Yes, made her first free throw. And her second. Salem in a 2-2-1 press. Munson with the ball, passes it up to number 1. It's intercepted by Redmond with 8 seconds left. Redmond passes up to Bat. Bat drives in on the right side, and they're going to call a floor foul, I believe. Number 5, Crete. And that's going to get 2 free throws with 1.9 seconds left in the third quarter. We could use these. That makes her first free throw. Checking into the game for Seymour is going to be number 34, Followell. For number 1, Hunsley. That prepares for second shot. That one is up. And good. That's going to give Salem 32, Seymour 42. And that's the end of the third quarter. And we are going to go to a quick commercial break.
Indiana, All Elite Wrestling is bringing you an epic night of professional wrestling as AEW Dynamite invades the Fishers Event Center Wednesday, December 3rd at 7:30 p.m. Fans can expect an action-packed evening featuring AEW's incredible roster of male and female wrestlers. Witness the athleticism, massive personalities, and exciting storylines that have made AEW a sensation. This event will be broadcast on TBS. See the best wrestlers for the best price and get your tickets now at FishersEventCenter.com. There is an 8-ticket limit per household. Groups of 10 or more receive $10 off select tickets. And keep your radios tuned to WSLM for your chance to win a pair of tickets to watch the SmackDown in person.
We're back at the beginning of the fourth quarter with your point rundown for the Lady Owls. We have Hunsley with 7, Skaggs with 3, Munson with 6, Creedy with 3, and Skidmore with 23. For your Lady Lions, Amity Bat with 9, Marissa Redmond with 9 as well, Hadley Keith with 7, Adley Day has 2, Alexis Maudlin has 2, and Kinsley Hollowell has 3. That was your stats brought to you by Mel Irby, Danville, Indiana. We are headed into the fourth quarter. The score is 42-32. Seymour leading against the Salem Lady Lions. It has been a good game so far, though. Redmond got the ball, passes to Bat on the left side. Bat over to Hadley Keith. Hadley Keith tries to pass it to Alexis Maudlin in the paint, but it is intercepted by the Seymour Owls, and number 32, Skidmore, is bringing it up the court. Passes to the right side, Crete, back to Skidmore, over to Burnett, to Skidmore, to Crete, to Burnett. And Redmond gets in there and steals it and passes it to Keith. And Keith gives it back to Redmond on the right side, and Redmond lays it up. And that's going to give Salem 34 and Seymour 42 with 7:17 left in the ball game. Number 3, Munson, passing over to Crete, to Skidmore. Back to Munson at the top, back to Skidmore on the left. Skidmore passes up to Crete on the right, back to Munson, back to Skidmore. Back to Munson, who feeds it into the paint to Followell. Followell kicks it out to Crete, who shoots a 3, misses, and it looks like it went out on Seymour. And they called it out on Salem, and then everybody yelled, and so the rest changed his mind. That is what it was like. You'll take it. So that's going to be a timeout for Seymour, and the score is 34-42. Seymour leading, 6:50 left in the fourth quarter, and we will be back right after this short commercial break.
Hi, this is Becky White at the John Jones GM City dealership in Salem. Let's check in with Caleb Perkiser for the John Jones Auto Minute.
This is Caleb Perkiser with John Jones Auto Group. You feel that chill in the air? Call finally here. Time's inside, bonfires, and time to make sure your car's ready for the cold. We're helping folks get road ready for cooler weather. With free multi-point inspections with scheduled maintenance, great prices on tires, batteries, and brakes, and service specials that'll keep you rolling all season long. And don't forget our fall sales event with huge savings on Chevy Silverados, Traverses, and Equinoxes. Yep, whether you're tailgating, leaf piling, or just trying to beat that first draw, John Jones GM City has the deal to keep you comfortable and confident behind the wheel. Plus, we've got locations close to home in Salem, Corden, Scottsburg, and Greenville. John Jones GM City, your hometown dealer for every season. You see so many because they paid so little.
Call today at 812-570-5307 or find them online at johnjonsautogroup.com.
We're back. 6:34 left in the Salem Lady Lions versus Seymour Lady Owls game here at Salem. The score is 42-34. Salem trailing behind Seymour. Amy Bat just made a layup on the right side and got us within 6 of the Seymour Owls. It is now 42-36. Seymour just made a layup on their side. That was Skidmore. And it is now 44-36 with 6 minutes left in the game with Seymour ahead. Redmond with the ball in the paint. And Skidmore gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. Salem's going to take the ball out under their basket. Number 1, Hundley checking into the game for number 5, Crete. Salem is in a box 4 situation. There's 3 for each other. That gets it on the right corner, hits the top of the key. Hadley Keith, she thinks about shooting a 3, drives in, shoots a layup instead, misses, and Seymour gets the rebound. And I believe they're going to call foul on that. No, number 15. That would be Alexis Moblin-Storrs, but it looked like it was on number 11 or 1, but she got charged. You'll see her charged. All right, so we're going to go. 5:40 left in the fourth quarter, 44-36. Salem is down right now to Seymour. Skidmore's got the ball at the top of the key. And over to number 3, Munson, over to Skidmore, over to Munson. Back to Skidmore, and it looks like they're going to call a foul on number 11. That's going to be the team's second, and that's Hadley Keith's second. Seymour's going to take it out on the sideline. Passes it in to number 14, Ott. It's being guarded by Redmond. She's dribbling on the right side, picks up her dribble, passes it to the top of the key to Munson, who's being guarded by Bat. Looks like they've matched up, playing a little more aggressive defense. Number 14 passes it in to Skidmore. Skidmore posts it up, caught it, turned, shot it, made it. Salem's got the ball. Hadley Keith passed it in to Redmond in the paint. Redmond turned and shot, and she was fouled. She missed the shot, but she is on the line for 2. That's Kelsey Humbley's second foul. And entering the game for Seymour is going to be Burnett after this free throw. So that was Redmond. She made her first free throw, and exiting the game is Emmy Munson. That's going to get, that free throw gave Salem 37. Seymour's got 46 with 4:49 left in the game. Redmond with the second shot, she misses. That is rebounded by number 32. And 32 tried to pass it to who is that? Burnett, but it was off of the Salem toe. So Seymour taking it out, and Seymour's got the ball at the top of the key.
Seymour's got the ball at the top. They're dribbling, looking to make something happen. Passes it over to the right wing. Burnett dribbles around, passes it across to Skidmore. Skidmore down. Oh, over the ball, and it is Seymour ball. 4:14 left in the game. It's 37-46. Lady Owls are ahead. Owls have the ball at the top of the key. Abby Ott looks to see what she can do. Passes it down to Emily Followell, who misses the layup. Lady Lions come back, but get it stolen and quickly foul. So it's going to be Lady Owls basketball underneath the Salem basket.
All right, 3:58 left in the fourth quarter. It is 46-37. Seymour leading. Amity Bat just intercepted a pass between Seymour, and they shoot it, but it's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Seymour's ball on the opposite end of their court. Salem is pressing now. 2-2-1, full court press. Number 1, Huntley with the ball, passes it over to Ott. Ott trying to get across the court. Salem double teaming, and they're going to call a foul on number 11, Hadley Keith. That's going to be her third. Entering the game for Seymour is going to be Skaggs, and exiting is Huntley. 34 on the sideline. Followell going to be passing it in for Seymour. Salem has 4 team fouls, and Seymour has 1. Huntley, Followell passed the ball in to number 14, Ott, who's got the ball at the top of the key. And she feeds it in to number 21, Burnett, who turns and shoots, misses. Salem's got the ball, bringing it up the court. Hadley Keith with the ball at the top of the key, passes it to Bat on the left side. Bat bobbles it and does a roll of court over number 32, and they're going to call a foul on Bat. I would call that an involuntary loss of control of her body, but it did happen to also roll over a human, so they called a foul. So it's going to be Salem's 5th team foul, which is going to give Seymour the opportunity to take 2 shots from the free throw line completely uncontested. 46-37, Seymour leading with 3:18 left in the game. That's going to be number 32, Skidmore, with the free throw. The first one is no good. And Munson entering the game for number 21, Burnett. Number 32 preparing her second shot. Skidmore, the ball is up, and that one is good, giving them 47, a 10-point lead against Salem. That is the Seymour Lady Owls versus the Salem Lady Lions, in case you're just now tuning in. Amity Bat with the ball on Salem's side, over to Hadley Keith in the left corner. Keith drives, and the ref blows the whistle. I don't know what he called this.
Foul on the shot.
Okay, thank you. On number 2, Skaggs. That's Seymour's second team foul, and that was number 2's 4th foul, personal. Hadley Keith with her first free throw. She misses long. Entering the game for Skaggs is going to be number 5, Creek, for Seymour. 47-37, Seymour ahead with 3:05 left in the game. Keith preparing her second shot. That one's up, and that one's good. With a 9-point lead, Seymour is bringing the ball up the court. Salem is pressing. Seymour has not got it across yet. They just crossed the line, and number 14 tries to feed it into the post, but it's long, and it's recovered by Munson. Munson at the top of the key, guarded by Bat. Bat gets a hand in there and is called for a foul. And the ref is not impressed with that disagreement. He looked at her extra long. So that's going to be, Salem has reached their 5-foul capacity for the fourth quarter, so she's going to get 2 more shots uncontested from the free throw line. She misses her first free throw. That's Munson, number 3 for Seymour. And entering the second shot. That one's up, and that one is good. It's giving Seymour 48, Salem 38, 2:45 left in the fourth quarter. Hadley Keith passes it off to Bat. Bat drives in, shoots a layup, and they're going to call a foul on Seymour's 34th, Follow. So Bat will be shooting 2:37 left in the game. And that one is up, and that one's no good. Good opportunity to get the rebound, and Salem is down 10 with 2:37 left in the game. That shoots her second one, and that one is good. And entering the game is Burnett for Seymour's Creek. 32, Skidmore is going to pass it in. Salem is pressing in a 2-2-1 full court press. 34 over to 14 to Burnett. Burnett over to Ott. Ott to the top of the key to Munson. Guarded by Bat. Munson over to Burnett. Bat gets pressure on her. Over to Munson. Munson being guarded by Hadley Keith. They have to be careful not to foul because they've already reached their 5 foul maximum capacity. And 32's got the ball. That's Skidmore. She's dribbling around, trying to waste down the clock since they've got a 10-point lead. She goes ahead and drives in, and Alexis Moblin is going to get a foul call, and that might be her 5th. And entering the game for Alexis Moblin is going to be, I think, Adley Day. Coach is asking how long he has to get to switch out the players. Adley Day is entering for Alexis Moblin, who just fouled out. And on the line for Seymour is Skidmore. And it is 48-39 with 1:52 left in the game. Skidmore with her first free throw. That one is good. And 1:52 left in the game. Skidmore with her second one, and then that one is good. Adley Day passes it in to Hadley Keith. And Hadley Keith runs it in, bobbles it, but recovers it, passes it off to Bat. That is guarded by Munson, and Coach Tomlinson calls the timeout. That's going to be a 30-second timeout. And we are going to go to a quick commercial break during this timeout, and we will be back shortly with the Salem Lions versus Seymour Lady Owls.
Move over, Turkey. It's Chicken Month at your Salem and Southern Indiana McDonald's. We're celebrating our favorite chicken items and pairings all month long with unmissable value and bold new flavors. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? At McDonald's, they both come with savings. Grab a $5 sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles extra value meal and an $8 10-piece chicken McNuggets extra value meal for a limited time. National Fried Chicken Sandwich Day, only on November. 9. Celebrate National Fried Chicken Day by scoring a $2 McCrispy sandwich, available for 1 day, exclusively through the McDonald's app. And be sure and get your chicken sauced up with new Buffalo Ranch sauce. Add our new Buffalo Ranch sauce to any order, or grab a Buffalo Ranch snack wrap, Bacon Buffalo Ranch McCrispy sandwich, and Deluxe Bacon Buffalo Ranch McCrispy sandwich. Stop by Salem McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or before and after the basketball games this winter. At McDonald's, we're loving it.
1:31 left in the Salem versus Seymour Lady Owls game. It is 50-39, Seymour leading. And the Seymour's got the ball on their court, or on their side, under their basket. Ott passes it into Skidmore, shoots a reverse, comes up short. Then number 34, Followell, shoots it and misses. And then number 32, Skidmore, fouls, and that's the team's 4th. So Salem gets the ball. Hadley keeps bringing it up. There's 1:12 left in the game. They need a quick 11 points. And Hadley Keith tries to feed it into Redmond, but it goes off Redmond's fingertips, and Seymour gets the ball. Amity Bat guarding the ball over to number 3, Munson, who's guarded by Hadley Keith. 50 seconds left. Adley Day on the ball over to Munson, who's being guarded by Keith. And they're going to call a foul on Hadley Keith. Oh, no, they're going to call 5 seconds. What was that?
Yeah, I think it was.
5 seconds. Nice defense by Hadley Keith. There's 40 seconds left in the game. Salem is down by 11. Hadley Keith with the ball at the top of the key. Hollowell gets the ball. Starts a crossover, but moves her pivot foot, and they call a travel. 34 seconds left. 50-39. Salem trailing by 11 to the Seymour Lady Owls. And 32, Skidmore bringing it up the court, being guarded by Bat. Kicks it over to Munson. Munson bringing it to the top of the key to Ott. And then Ott kicks up her dribble, being guarded by Adley Day. Passes it to Hollowell, who travels. 17 seconds left in the game. We just need a quick 3 threes and a layup. We can do it. Mathematically.
This is Indiana.
Yeah.
It definitely happened.
Miracles can happen. Hadley Keith passes it into Redmond. Redmond gets a shot off from the paint. 7 seconds left, and everyone has stopped playing. 0 seconds left in the game. The final score is 50-39. Seymour Lady Owls defeat the Salem Lady Lions. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll come back with the stats, and we will wrap up. Stay tuned.
Hi, this is Becky White at the John Jones GM City dealership in Salem. Let's check in with Caleb Perkeiser for the John Jones Auto Minute.
This is Caleb Perkeiser with John Jones Auto Group. You feel that chill in the air? Fall finally here. Pumpkin spice, bonfires, and time to make sure your car's ready for the cold. We're helping folks get road ready for cooler weather. With free multi-point inspections and scheduled maintenance, great prices on tires, batteries, and brakes, and service specials that'll keep you rolling all season long. And don't forget our fall sales event with huge savings on Chevy Silverados, Traverses, and Equinoxes. Yep, whether you're tailgating, leaf piling, or just trying to beat that first draw, John Jones GM City has the deals to keep you comfortable and confident behind the wheel. Plus, we've got locations close to home in Salem, Corden, Scottsburg, and Greendale. John Jones GM City, your hometown dealer for every season. You see so many because they paid so little.
Call today at 812-570-5307 or find them online at johnjonesautogroup.com.
All right, we're back with final score of the game is 50-39. The Lady Owls defeat the Lady Lions. And the final tallies for the Lady Owls were Hunsley with 7 points, Skaggs with 3, Munson with 7, Crete with 3, and Skidmore with an impressive 30 points. And for your Lady Lions, we had Amity Bat with 12, Marissa Redmond with 12 as well, Adley Keith with 8, Adley Day with 2, Alexis Maudlin with 2, and Kinsley Hollowell with 3.
All right, that will conclude the evening. Salem Lady Lions basketball. Things are looking up this season compared to the last few years, so definitely stay tuned. Follow WSLM on all social media, and they've got some exciting sports coming up. Have a great night. Thanks.